Have you ever looked around and felt like everyone else knows exactly what they're doing with their lives? Your friends seem to have plans. Someone is getting promoted. Someone is graduating. Someone is starting a business. Someone is buying a new car. And there you are, staring at the ceiling at night, wondering what happened to your dreams, wondering if you're wasting your life, wondering if you're falling behind. If that's how you feel right now, then this message is for you. Because I want you to understand something that most people never realize. Feeling lost is not a sign that your life is over. Feeling lost is often the beginning of finding yourself. Think about it. Every successful person you admire has gone through periods of confusion. They had moments where they doubted themselves, moments where they had no idea what they were doing, moments where they felt like giving up. But the difference between them and everyone else wasn't talent. It wasn't luck. It wasn't money. It was the decision to keep moving forward, even when they couldn't see the entire path. And that's exactly what you need to do right now. Stop demanding that your future reveal itself all at once. Life doesn't work that way. Nobody gets a map. Nobody gets guarantees. Nobody gets certainty. You take one step, then another, then another, and eventually the fog begins to clear. The problem is that social media has convinced us that we should have everything figured out by the age of 20. We scroll through videos every day. We see entrepreneurs making millions, influencers traveling the world, students getting perfect grades, people showing their achievements. And suddenly we start comparing our behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel. We think we're failing. We think we're behind. We think we're not good enough. But what you don't see are the years of struggle, the failures, the sleepless nights, the mistakes, the rejection, the self-doubt. You only see the final chapter, and then you compare it to your first chapter. That's not fair to yourself. Your journey is your journey. Your timeline is your timeline. Stop comparing your life to people who are running a completely different race. Maybe you're a student right now. Maybe you're worried about your grades. Maybe you're worried about choosing the wrong career. Maybe your family expects more from you. Maybe you feel pressure every single day. Listen carefully. Your grades matter. Your education matters. But they do not determine your entire future. Some of the most successful people in the world struggled in school, not because they were incapable, but because life is bigger than exams. Life is bigger than report cards. Life rewards people who keep learning long after school ends. The world belongs to people who remain curious, who continue improving, who refuse to quit. Maybe you're working a job you don't love. Maybe every morning feels the same. Wake up, go to work, come home tired, sleep, repeat, and you're wondering if this is all life has to offer. It's okay to feel that way, but don't confuse your current situation with your final destination. Where you are today is not where you have to stay forever. A chapter is not the entire book. A setback is not the entire story. One bad year is not your entire life. Keep building, keep learning, keep growing. One day you'll look back and realize that the season you hated the most was actually preparing you for everything you wanted. Here's something nobody talks about. Most people quit too early. They quit when things get difficult. They quit when progress becomes invisible. They quit when results don't come immediately. But success is often happening underneath the surface, just like a seed grows underground before it breaks through the soil. Your growth may be invisible right now, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. Every book you read matters. Every skill you learn matters. Every hour you spend improving yourself matters. Every small step matters. Even when nobody notices. Especially when nobody notices. Because discipline is doing what needs to be done when nobody is watching. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. You won't always feel motivated. There will be days when you're tired, days when you're discouraged, days when you doubt everything. But those are the days that define your future. Anyone can work when they feel inspired. Champions work when they don't. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need perfect confidence. You don't need perfect timing. You just need to start and keep going. Remember this: you are not competing against the person next to you. You are competing against the version of yourself from yesterday. Can you improve by 1% today? Can you learn one new thing? Can you take one small action? Can you get a little better? Because small improvements repeated consistently create extraordinary results. The future is built one day at a time, not one giant leap. One day, one habit, one choice, one decision. That's how great lives are built. And if you're struggling right now, if you're tired, if you're frustrated, if you're scared, if you feel like nobody understands what you're going through, I want you to know something. The fact that you're still here means you're stronger than you think. You've survived every difficult day you've ever faced, every challenge, every disappointment, every heartbreak, every failure. You made it through all of them, and you'll make it through this too. The strongest people aren't those who never struggle. The strongest people are those who keep moving despite the struggle. So stop waiting for confidence. Confidence comes from action. Stop waiting for the perfect opportunity. Opportunities are often created, not found. Stop waiting for life to become easier. Become stronger. Because the moment you decide to take responsibility for your future is the moment your life begins to change. No one is coming to save you. And that's actually good news, because it means your future is in your hands. Your habits matter. Your decisions matter. Your effort matters. You have more power than you realize. You can learn new skills. You can build new habits. You can change your mindset. You can change your future. One decision at a time. One day at a time. One step at a time. So if you're feeling lost today, take a deep look at your life. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to become? What skills do I need to learn? What habits do I need to build? What excuses do I need to stop making? Then begin. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Today. The smallest action is worth more than the biggest intention. And remember this: you don't need to have your entire life figured out. You just need to know what your next step is. Take that step.
Let me tell you something that changed my perspective forever. Imagine two people standing at the bottom of a mountain. The first person looks at the top and says, "There's no way I can get there." The second person looks at the same mountain and says, "I don't know how long it will take, but I'll keep climbing." Months later, one person is still standing at the bottom, overwhelmed by the size of the challenge. The other person is halfway up the mountain, not because they were stronger, not because they were smarter, not because they had better opportunities, but because they started, and then they refused to stop. Many people destroy their dreams because they become obsessed with the finish line. They want success immediately. They want results immediately. They want recognition immediately. And when they don't get it, they assume they're failing. But real growth is boring. Real growth is repetitive. Real growth is doing the same positive actions over and over again long before the rewards arrive. Nobody sees the athlete waking up before sunrise. Nobody sees the student studying while friends are out having fun. Nobody sees the entrepreneur working late into the night. People only see the trophy. They don't see the sacrifice. And that's why so many people misunderstand success. Success isn't an event. Success is a process. It's something you become before it's something you achieve. You become disciplined before you become successful. You become focused before you become successful. You become resilient before you become successful. The reward comes later. The person comes first. That's why your main goal shouldn't be to become rich. Your main goal shouldn't be to become famous. Your main goal shouldn't even be to become successful. Your main goal should be to become the kind of person who can handle success when it arrives, because if success came today, would you be ready for it? Would you have the discipline? Would you have the knowledge? Would you have the mindset? Would you have the responsibility? Many people pray for opportunities they are not prepared to receive. Preparation creates confidence. Preparation creates opportunities. Preparation changes lives. And here's another truth. Failure is not your enemy. Failure is your teacher. Every mistake contains a lesson. Every setback contains wisdom. Every rejection contains direction. Think about it. If everything always worked the first time, you would never learn. You would never grow. You would never become stronger. The lessons that shape us the most often come from the moments that hurt us the most. The breakup, the rejection, the failed exam, the lost job, the missed opportunity. At the time, they feel like disasters. Years later, they often become turning points. Sometimes the thing that breaks your heart is the thing that builds your character. Sometimes the door that closes is protecting you from walking into the wrong room. And sometimes life removes things because they no longer belong in the future you're meant to create. So don't let temporary pain convince you that your future is hopeless. A difficult chapter does not mean the story ends badly. Another thing you must understand is that nobody is coming to hand you your dream life. You have to build it, brick by brick, day by day, choice by choice. The person you become 5 years from now depends largely on what you do today, not once, not occasionally, consistently. Consistency is the superpower that almost nobody wants to practice. People love motivation, people love inspiration, people love exciting beginnings, but consistency? Consistency is where dreams either live or die. Can you keep going when progress feels slow? Can you keep learning when nobody applauds you? Can you keep improving when nobody notices? Can you stay committed after the excitement fades? Because that's where success is hiding. In the ordinary days, in the small actions, in the habits repeated thousands of times. Never underestimate what a year of focused effort can do. 1 year of learning, 1 year of discipline, 1 year of consistency, 1 year of refusing to quit can completely transform your life. The person you are today and the person you could become in a year are separated by your daily habits. Nothing more, nothing less. And if nobody has told you this recently, hear it now. You matter. Your dreams matter. Your future matters. Your life has value. Even if you haven't achieved everything you wanted, even if you're confused, even if you're struggling, even if you're starting over, your current circumstances do not define your worth. Your bank account doesn't define your worth. Your grades don't define your worth. Your mistakes don't define your worth. You are more than your failures. You are more than your setbacks. You are more than the opinions of people who never believed in you. And one day, if you keep moving forward, you'll look back at this version of yourself with gratitude. You'll be grateful that you didn't quit. You'll be grateful that you kept fighting. You'll be grateful that you believed in yourself when nobody else did. And you'll realize that the person who felt lost wasn't actually lost. They were simply becoming stronger, becoming wiser, becoming more resilient, becoming the person they were meant to be. So wherever you are right now, whether you're watching this in your bedroom, on a bus, after a long day of work, after failing an exam, after being rejected, after feeling like giving up, this is your reminder. Your life is not over. Your dreams are not dead. Your potential has not disappeared. This chapter is not the end. Keep moving, keep learning, keep growing, keep believing, because the future belongs to those who refuse to quit on themselves, and your future is still being written